So Mario Kart World just recently came out for the Switch 2, and I gotta say, I'm still waiting to get a Switch 2. But in the meantime, I thought about the other options that people have to play kart racing games, and it also kind of led me down the rabbit hole on if Mario Kart was even the first of its kind. And while Mario Kart did kind of popularize the kart racing genre, the first kart racing game was actually a game called Power Drift in 1988. It actually isn't that much different than some of the PlayStation 1 games we'll be playing today. Which brings me to the games that I'm going to be playing today. Alright, it's going to be a random selection of kart racing games throughout the years, from the PlayStation 1 all the way to the PlayStation 5, with a couple of games on PC as well. And really my goal with these games is just like to see, you know, how closely related they are to Mario Kart, and realistically, just if I can win in these games, you know, just to get that same feeling that I get whenever I play Mario Kart. First game on the list, we got South Park Rally. This game was a little difficult to get started. Not gonna lie, I was struggling a lot in the beginning. But one interesting thing about this game is in order to win, you have to be first place. And like, I mean, of course, I love that mindset, right? Like, if you're not first, you're last. But it's like, dude, some of the races I just felt were just completely unfair. And it took me a number of tries to get one win. So, this one, I mean, they did have power-ups. I will say that. And then there were like school buses and other hazards around the area, they had other hazards around the map that just kind of made the world in the game just feel more alive, and I do appreciate that. Overall, South Park Rally was pretty solid. This is just some of the struggle that I had to go through to get a win in this game. Oh, I have to touch the finish line? Okay, that's on me, that's on me. That one's on me. Glad I'm like so far ahead to where I can make mistakes like that, but boy oh boy. Oh shit, bro. Oh my gosh. Sit the fuck down, Kyle. No! Bro, no way we're in last. What? It's just not even fair, bro. What? The fuck? There's a train? What? Let's go! Now, after cementing myself as the best South Park Rally player, I moved on to Nicktoons Racing. And I'm not gonna lie, this one kind of caught me by surprise. I feel like I've played this one before, but not because I've owned a PlayStation 1 before, but I feel like I played this somewhere else. And it's because I have. I used to have these things in the arcade, and I don't think I ever won playing in the arcade, because honestly I feel like those games are rigged in the first place, bro. But that's a story for another time. Nicktoons Racing was very impressive in the way that, you know, each of the items kind of made sense, and you kind of felt like you had a fair shot at winning most games, even if you were in the back, you know? And for that, honestly, I think it was ahead of its time. Truly. It was definitely one of the better games that I played on the list. Obviously, I won at the end, because, you know. The next game on this list is CTR Crash Team Racing. Now, this game was very interesting, considering the fact that they had like a hub world in between each race, which I thought was very much ahead of its time for a PlayStation 1 game. And like, you can just go around and like practice your drifting and riding, track familiarization and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, you could just do that in between races. Like, it's kind of wild. And I found that to be the most interesting part about the game. Gameplay wise, it was pretty good. I can't really say like too much about like the items, because I didn't really spend too much time in last place, shocker. But overall, the game was good. I think it's a shame that we don't have more kart racing games like this nowadays, because I really feel like if they were building upon this in like 2025, we could have a real Mario Kart contender on our hands. That's fast as shit. That didn't hit?
tiny squash duty cars!
Let's go! Hey, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but 99% of you guys are not subscribed. What are you doing? Subscribe. Go ahead. Scroll right now. Subscribe. Like the video if you like it. Comment if you want to comment. But just subscribe. I mean, why not? You know? Alright, back to the video. Now, the next game on this list is called Mega Man Battle and Chase. Now, this one was pretty confusing to me because, as you can see in the video, I start off in 5th place, but then, like, I feel like it just turns into a 1v1 at one point. I don't know if you just get eliminated, like, you know, if you're in last place, like, as the 5 laps go on, or what, but bro, it was so disorienting, especially this map, which is why I had to go to another map later, but, like, this was so strange. Definitely, in my opinion, the weakest game on the list. I was, like, whenever I was researching games to play, right, because I wanted to make sure I got a large variety, I saw people comparing this one, like, to Mario Kart, like, the closest, and I was kind of confused. But maybe there's something I'm missing. I didn't play too much of the game. I probably played, like, maybe 20 minutes. But, if you guys are fans of Mega Man Battle and Chase, please let me know. I'm intrigued as to why this game felt so much different than the rest of the games. Now, the next game on this list is called Looney Tunes Space Race. This one was, like, the embodiment of a arcade kart racing game. Like, it's chaotic, it's fun, random. Like, I really did enjoy this one. I really did. I think this one was, for sure, one of my favorites. And it's not just because I won the Grand Prix at the end. Spoiler alert. By the way, you guys can see the full gameplays of all these games that I'm talking about on my like stream highlight channel. That one's just called JJ, like JAY space JUI. It should be linked in the description as well, if you want to see the full gameplays where, like, you know, you can actually hear the audio and everything like that, and hear me screaming at my monitor whenever I fall off the map. But yeah, Looney Tunes Space Race was really impressive, because I didn't really know what to expect, being that this is a game from the PS2 era, and I was very impressed. Very impressed. I'd probably give this game a solid 8.5 out of 10. Bitch. Yo! I'm getting... Yo! Next game from the PS2 era is Pac-Man World Rally. This game, I really did enjoy. Mainly because there's a mechanic on the game where, if you see on the top right corner of the screen, there's a meter that hasn't exactly been filled up yet, and when it does fill up, you turn into Pac-Man, and then you kind of can just, like, eat all the people in front of you. They'll all turn into ghosts, and you'll be invincible, basically. There's also this unique little mechanic. I'm not sure if it's in other kart games or anything like that. I'm sure you guys will let me know. But basically, you grab a fruit, for example, let's say a grape, and later on in the track, there will be a grape on, like, a door, and you can only go through the door if you have a grape, like, item equipped. And then you'll go in, and then there'll be, like, a shortcut, and you'll get, like, you know, maybe a special item or something like that that you wouldn't normally be able to get just through a regular box. So, always thought that one was kind of interesting, how they have, like, the little secrets and stuff like that on the maps, like, kind of keeping things fresh and dynamic. I did like that. Again, especially for a PS2 game. Like, I have zero expectations for these games, and then they, like, end up blowing me away, so I kind of prefer it that way. Pac-Man World Rally, if I gave Looney Tunes Space Race at 8.5, I would probably put this one on the same level. Probably. Maybe 8.75. It's a little bit better. Like, I would play this before I played Looney Tunes Space Race, but I would play both of them again, for sure. Now we're on to our first PS3 game on the list. This one is called Ben 10 Galactic Racing, and this one was interesting. Interesting in the sense that it felt like just weird. I don't know. Maybe it was because like you didn't have all of the aliens available, which like I mean that's just more of a nitpicky thing. Something just felt off about the game. The humans, I believe, were only Ben and Kevin, which I didn't have too big of a problem with. But overall, the items in the game felt like pretty good. With a lot of like dynamic stuff with the stages, so that was always nice. And this is the first game that I played today that had like any sort of like drift boosting mechanic similar to a Mario Kart, so I was very happy with that. And honestly, that's really it. That was like, the game was pretty like cut and dry, you know, and you get what you get with Ben 10 Galactic Racing. I'm not gonna lie, this one was very straightforward. I'll say that. It was very straightforward. Would I play it again? Probably not. I'd give this one probably like a 6.8, 6.9 out of 10. Wasn't my favorite game that I played today for sure. And that's pretty much what I'm comparing it to the other games. So yeah, this one I'm good.
Hear that? Ultimate Echo just done activated up his ultimate power.
Wow. 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 Just, I don't even have words, bro. I don't even have words. Just, fuck Ben 10 Galactic Racing, bro. Not gonna lie, that might be one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Alright, next game I can't even sugarcoat. It's called DreamWorks Superstar Karts. And this is probably the worst game on the list. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. By far, I'd play any of these other games 10 times before I played this again. Bro, this game felt so janky, so weird. Like, the controls were off. Everything was just, like, strange about the game. But this is Superstar Karts, not DreamWorks Kart Racing, I think is what it's called. And apparently they're still making those games, and DreamWorks Kart Racing 2 is supposed to be coming out soon, if it hasn't already came out. And I don't know, if it plays anything like this, I want to stay far away from it. I'm gonna be honest. This game is just, it felt unfinished, but it did have the most power-ups, and it felt the most like it took a lot of inspiration from Mario Kart on the list. Out of all the other games, it felt the most like, okay, they really did take Mario Kart and try to do something with it, you know? So I can say that. But otherwise, gameplay-wise, gameplay loop, terrible. Not gonna lie. And I don't say that about a lot of games. So this is, yeah, I'd stay away from this one. I'd play the other one, if that one's any better. But I can tell you right now, this one isn't. This next game is a bit of a special one on the list. It's called Nightmare Kart. Basically, it's Bloodborne Kart, for lack of a better term. And it is the closest thing that we're currently getting to getting Bloodborne on PC. And when I first heard about the game, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. They just made a kart game using, you know, Bloodborne characters or whatever. You know, it is what it is, you know? I understand the desperation, right? I would want to play Bloodborne on PC as well. But then I actually played the game, and I'm not gonna lie, it actually felt way better than what I was anticipating. I thought I was in for a standard karting experience. Bro, this game has weapons. You have a fighting game mode where you're fighting each other and stuff like that. Like, bro, it is very solid. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really did enjoy this game, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't play it whenever it was at its peak, when everybody else was playing it when it first came out. Because, bro, this game is really, really good. Definitely a sleeper pick on the list from today, bro. This is a sleeper pick, for sure. Like, if you wanted a good kart racing game, and it's free, and it's on PC, bro, I'm not gonna lie, give Nightmare Kart just a good 30 minutes. Just give it a good 30 minutes of your time. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Now, by far, one of my favorite kart racing games of the last 2 years, Disney Speedstorm. I'm not gonna lie, I played this a lot in the beta, whenever the beta came out, and then when the full game dropped and it was free, I was like, bro, I gotta put some time into this. So I played it a lot on PC, played a good amount whenever it came over to PS5. Like, bro, I just really enjoyed this game. This is me playing, like, recently. Not gonna lie, I had no idea, like, what I was doing anymore. Dude, Mike Wazowski, I don't think he's meta anymore. The game seems to be doing pretty well, unless I was just going against bots the whole time. I don't know, bro. I don't even know how the game's still a thing, honestly. But I think it came out on mobile, and they did finally introduce microtransactions, because I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to buy stuff in the game. They just didn't have microtransactions at the time when I was playing. So, I guess I'm kind of glad about that. But, yeah, dude, Disney Speedstorm, for sure, is one of those, like, hidden gems, I feel like. I really enjoyed this game. Maybe it's just because I put so much time into it, I kind of have no choice but to like it. Bro, this one is special to me, bro. This one is special. When I think kart racing games that are like Mario Kart, this one's got to be close to the top of the list, bro. Has to be. Solid 9.5 out of 10. There's a couple things they can improve on, but I mean, you know, it's a little too late for that now.
Please show me.
Let's go! I still got it, bro. I still got it. First place, you know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. I still got it, bro. Alright, now last but not least, we got Sega and All-Stars Racing Transformed. This game, I was a little skeptical of it at first, just based off of the first level. But then the game started picking up a little bit, right? Because it started off kind of mild. You know, it's a standard little kart racing game. It didn't really feel like too special or anything. You only got one item at a time instead of two. You know what I mean? Whatever, right? But then, all of a sudden, we go on the water. And then from the water, you're like, okay, you can go on the water, kind of like Mario Kart. All right, whatever, that's cool. But then you get in the air. And I'm like, whoa, this game is... alright, this is kind of crazy, you know. And then you got the air, you got water dynamics, and you go back on the cart, and I'm like, dude, okay, this game, this is really nice, and that kind of got me excited for the new one. I think it's Sega Racing Crossroads or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna spend 70 or 80 bucks whenever it first comes out. I'm not crazy, but like, I'll buy it if it goes on sale. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, this game blew me away. I'm not gonna lie, this game blew me away with its differentness, if that makes any sense. But yeah, bro, if I had to give this game a rating, not gonna lie, I'm giving this a 9. Solid 9. I'd play it again. I'd probably play through all the stages. I would be down to play all the stages of this, like do all the cups and everything, but I would probably need to learn how to actually play the game first, you know, because that would be a little bit helpful. So in conclusion, the world of Mario Kart clones is weird, and Mario Kart World actually turns out to be just a little bit weirder. You got what seems to be a really big hit in knockout mode, and honestly, I can't wait to play Mario Kart World, especially after experiencing all these other kart racing games. I'm ready to experience the new one. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys for making it this far in the video, and without any further ado, I'm out. Love y'all. Peace.